When there are issues to talk about, we talk about them. When there are matters to debate, we create the platform. When there are tough national decisions to make, we bring the stakeholders. All Things Considered, a television talk show designed to bring all that matters right to your television set. Never miss the conversation. This and every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:50 p.m. on the nation's pride, the Liberia National Television, LNTV, with your host, Daniel Ankrah. All Things Considered, creating the platform for an inclusive dialogue. And so it's another evening. It's another evening in Monrovia, Liberia. This is Pinsville, by the way. So I'm Daniel Ankrah. Good evening. Welcome to yet another edition of the program, All Things Considered. This program comes your way every Monday, Wednesday evening, 7 to 7:50 p.m. This is a program, trust me, it will inspire you. Every edition makes you to know that we got about less than 115 days to October 10th. Less than 115 days to October 10th. Primaries are going on all over the place. CDC, ANC, Unity Party. Primaries are going on all over the place. But one thing that's important is that no matter what happens, we remain Liberians, and this is our country, Liberia. So wherever you'd like to say thank you for joining us, I'm Daniel, and good evening to all of you. Well, today we have lots of things to talk about. We have our guest here, and he represents the Coalition for Democratic Change. He is a representative aspirant in District Number 6. This district, District Number 6, Mosterrado County. He's no one else but the Honorable Joseph Todd. Welcome to LNTV. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you.
It's my pleasure having you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm fine. Things are good. As you can see, we're doing pretty well.
Well, thank you very much for joining us once again. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Daniel.
There are lots of things to talk about, and the first question that comes to my mind, in fact, is, as a private citizen, why we want to get involved into politics?
Daniel, being a private citizen is something good, but we live in an environment, we live in a country, we live in a district.
Okay.
And seeing as what goes around us in this country, in my district, to be precise, in District Number 6, given all that we have experienced as a people in Liberia over the years, we want to make contribution to the country in another way. Even though I've been a private citizen all along, but I worked in government before as an auditor.
Okay.
But hey, we need all hands on deck.
At this time, we need all hands on deck.
Thank you.
Okay, so he says we need all hands on deck at this time for the country. Let's get into specifics now. What are those things that you've noticed in District Number 6, Mosterrado County, that you think are key to the development of the people there? And so, what is your track record of development in District Number 6 that will give people, the thought that you could be a good representative?
Thank you, Daniel. Well, Daniel, over the years, I told you from the intro that I'm a resident of District Number 6. Before it could even be District Number 6, I've been residing here. And District Number 6, I've come a long way. Daniel, if you went to our rural communities in District Number 6, as a matter of fact, District Number 6 is segmented into 52 communities.
52 communities?
52 communities. If you went into those communities, you will see that our district needs more. We need to do a lot for our people. All you need to do is to step out of this studio, go right at the back of LBS here. The roads there are inaccessible to the rest of the community. You cannot get from one community to another community easily, especially when you're driving. When you get in the community, you see people that have issues with communities. When you get in the community, you see people that have issues with a whole lot of things in the district. With water, with electricity, with security. whole host of issues. And this issue needs to be addressed. And it can be addressed by people who are prepared, someone like me who is prepared to deliver to the district. I'm prepared to work with people of District Number 6 to the extent that we will connect our communities.
So what have you been doing currently? I mean, that's before even thinking about being a representative. What have you been involved with in District Number 6?
Daniel,
specifically?
I'm a businessman.
Okay.
In District Number 6, to be specific, I've always been involved with community leaders in District Number 6. Daniel, over the years, I've been able to work with a lot of community leaders in ensuring that our rules in our community are accessible.
Okay.
And you don't have to go too far again. Just drive out of this place, get to Complex, and try to turn left by POTC to go at the back of this very LBS from the ELW highway. That road has been lying in that place for so many years. And if you want your community, the leadership of our community, the citizens of our community, the residents that live over there, they will tell you that this is the thought that God is doing. What it is.
So you be involved with rehabilitating some of the roads?
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Interesting. But, I mean, you don't have the money to build roads. So I'll put it to you this way. How then do you intend to lobby at the legislature to do this? You know, since you've noticed that a couple of roads in your district are accessible, inaccessible.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, it is. I'm one Liberian who feel that the way our government has been run in the past needs to be changed.
Okay.
Daniel, we need to reinvent the wheel.
How do we do that?
Yes, Daniel, in the first place, our national budget, the national cake, needs to prioritize the community.
Okay.
We need to craft our budget in a complete new way.
So you need a community-driven budget.
A community-driven budget, a budget that would look at the specifics of our community and try to address it. Our community's needs are many, but we can prioritize them at a time, and then at the end of the day we can be able to address them. The residents of our community will be able to feel the impact of our national budget.
So at this point, you think first and foremost that's key for District Number 6 is roads.
We need roads. We need schools.
Schools?
Schools.
District Number 6 got schools. A lot of schools.
Guess what, Daniel? The whole District Number 6.
Yeah.
In fact, before entering District Number 6, show me one high school that is being operated by government besides the Kenya High School. Show me one.
No, but they got private schools. I mean, you just said schools. You didn't say government schools.
I'm trying to qualify it now. I'm trying to qualify it.
So you don't, but I mean, private, public, the schools are there. Are you saying that the private schools are not, affordable?
A lot of them. In Daniel, they get it straight. School, bathing school, just a wall is one thing, and getting competent staff in those schools that will be able to impart quality knowledge in our children, that they will be on par with the kids in the sub-region, in the world. Those are the kind of schools we're talking about. So I'm not just looking at just writing a structure from off the ground to the top. I don't how many stories, but I'm talking about quality education. Where in government, as I said initially, where in government will be able to prioritize the issue of education run by government. And government needs to start subsidizing some of the private schools around here. Guess what? Most of the private schools, proprietor and proprietors, are struggling. So, on the basis of that, some of the schools cannot even be able to meet up with the staff salary. So there are a whole lot of issues that need to be done. That's why I said we need to refocus our national agenda, our national budget on the needs of our community. Gone should be the days where we will focus on computers, cars, stationaries, and what have you. No.
So let me ask you, as a legislator, assuming that you're not even a candidate yet, because the CDC primaries is tomorrow. for your
Precisely.
district. So you're not a candidate, you're aspiring.
Yeah.
But assuming you not just became a candidate, but you became a legislator for district number 6, and you not ride a flashy car in the context of 40,000, 50,000. I mean, that would be reasonable.
Reasonable in this Liberia?
Yeah.
Right now?
For the portfolio.
No, Daniel.
What would you suggest?
I would suggest.
But what would you ride? What kind of car you ride if you had to be represented?
Washington, Daniel.
No, I don't want to watch and see.
Daniel,
No, I don't want to watch and see.
No,
I want you to tell me.
Daniel.
Let the people put you on record that
Daniel.
instead of buying $50,000 car, you will divide that money maybe in half and buy a $25,000 car and use the other $25,000 for the district.
Daniel, even maybe below $25,000. Get it
on
from me.
record.
I'm on record. Daniel, I tell you this. Liberia, if we want our kids to be proud of this country tomorrow, we want succeeding generation to be proud of us after we shall have left it soon, we need to make some sacrifice for this country. We need to change things around. We need a complete new paradigm shift. Guess what, Daniel? Our national budget is not up to
506 million.
500 million. Guess what? So what you need to do over there, you need to prioritize specific needs of our community, of our people. So cars will not do it. If we continue to buy flashy cars in a place, and think that we will get there, we'll be mistaken, Daniel. It's about time to sacrifice for this country. It's about time to put in our all. Look, this generation, you need a breed of leadership that will commit themselves to Liberia and Liberia India.
Interesting. You represent the Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC. How's the primaries debate today? I hear they're having debates, and after that, tomorrow is the official primaries. How was the debate today? I was watching it on Facebook Live.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. I'll tell you, Daniel, the Coalition for Democratic Change is setting up stage that will be emanated by other political parties in Ghana. I'm sure.
By doing candidate debate?
When last you ever heard that? In Liberian politics? When last? In fact, just to qualify delegates to go for the primaries, did you follow that?
Yeah.
You followed that?
I've been following up.
A very transparent process. And that is what we've been working in the CDC for over the years. And I tell you the truth, CDC is delivering. And the Liberian people should watch and see. I mean, I just told you, we need to learn how to do things differently in the country. And that party, the CDC, that I am a member of, that party is at the verge of making Liberia a better place.
I hear that you people are 3 who are contesting for who are aspiring for the District 6 seat for Mosterrado County for the Coalition for Democratic Change. Now, tomorrow is just the day. What if you don't make it through the primaries tomorrow? Do you leave the party?
No, I won't. I'll support the process. I'll support the party.
If you don't win the primaries, I mean you can contest.
Oh yeah, precisely, I won't.
And you still support CDC?
I will still support CDC.
You sure that you think talking?
More than true. Is there anything more than true you want me to say? Daniel, go and see the process. I want you to go and see the process, monitor the process. You said you saw it live on Facebook.
You believe in the process so much so that you believe that you will win the primaries?
Oh yeah, sure. Not just winning, I'll win and slap.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. That is tomorrow. Anyway, we look forward to that. But moving forward, what is your belief in Ambassador Weah and Senator Taylor as the ticket or, for these elections? Are you as formidable as a ticket like the Bromskin County ticket or the Solonte Cummins ticket? I mean, those are formidable tickets as well.
Daniel.
What do you have to offer the Liberian people as a party?
Daniel, the Coalition for Democratic Change, that ticket, you are aware that ticket is indeed the Liberian people ticket. You are aware.
Am I aware?
Wait and see.
So you have to tell me.
Wait and see the result of the election. You've been in this country. You saw other elections. You saw 2005. You saw the kind of campaign, the fabulous campaign that was ran in the town by the LFP. You saw Banishemo campaign. Whoever thought that Banishemo would not even contest in our election? Whoever talked about that? They have all the resources. I hope you don't forget Jeremy Bryan. And he came from that. And he was back then the sitting chairman, the sitting head of state of the country. So they have everything that they needed in terms of finance and resources. By the end of the day, the Liberian people gave them what we call locally away. And those who call for multiple tickets, at the end of the day, when the result of the election start pulling in, you will see the direction the Liberian people want to take the country to.
That direction would not be CDC.
Why are you saying that? Definitely it will be the CDC. I can show you, Daniel.
The CDC lost in 2005. The CDC lost in 2011. It managed to win in 2014 Mosterrado County, which is arguably the stronghold of Ambassador Weah. But 2017, even the strings of endorsements are heading towards the vice president. I don't see people endorsing Ambassador Weah, in that way as the quote-unquote biggest opposition party.
Daniel, you've been in the university, you've been with LBS. Don't you know that most of the people that you hear on the radio, have you heard what took place in Banga, in Bon County? Where people are being coerced to
no, you said you got evidence for that one.
You saw it been playing right on your station here. We've been hearing it.
But I've not seen people were coerced, I agree. But I've not seen people,
right?
I've not seen people fighting for, Ambassador Weah, trying to endorse him. Because when people, undecided voters hear that a lot of people are endorsing this person, they tend to believe that this person is, in the right direction. Don't you agree?
No.
Why?
I just told you.
How popular of a candidate is Ambassador Weah?
Very popular. You know that. It's very popular.
I mean, in terms of deliverables, not his football popularity.
We're not talking about football.
No, he has that football glamour on him.
We're talking about providing national leadership. Ambassador Weah been out of the football field more than 10, 15 years ago. And Ambassador Weah is a sitting senator in Mosterrado County. He's providing leadership at the level of the Liberian Senate. Ambassador Weah is forced to provide leadership for the people of Liberia on the CDC ticket.
There are certain parts. What will you term as your party's stronghold? Mosterrado? Grand Crew? Where?
Daniel, you said it over and over. It is proven that no other political party since we started experimenting democracy since 2011, since 2005 to current, there's no other political party since the CDC was certificated as a full-fledged political party. No political party in the Republic of Liberia have been able to dominate or pull votes from Mosterrado County. Watch and see. We're going to take over Bon County. And you know
Bon County? CDC?
Who are you, Daniel? I'm saying Bon County.
Well, is it the Joel Taylor factor?
Precisely. You know how many elections that lady won? How many elections she won in Bon County 2 times? She won Bon County twice. You know that. And I ain't born. Watch and see what happened in
Nimba.
Watch and see
No,
what
I don't
happened
think
in
so.
Nimba.
No, I don't think so.
Why are you doubting that?
I'm not doubting, but I mean, Senator Johnson has joined, the Boaca Arena, and the level of votes Senator Johnson has pulled. He's come third twice. You know the kind of votes Senator Johnson has pulled. Why would you say, Nimba? Why would you mention Nimba? For CDC, Nimba?
I don't even want to go there. Watch and see before October 10th. And see what Aspirant Johnson will do over there.
Do you believe that any single political party can win these elections by not collaborating? This is a general question.
Yes, sir. The President of the Republic of Liberia is former senator of the United Party, She came and told the Liberian people that no political party can win election on the first ballot or in the first one, except we collaborate.
And you agree with that?
That's why it's not only on the business of that, but we are in a very strong collaboration that is forced to win this country over. The CDC collaboration, the CDC, MPP, and the LPDP collaboration is indeed forced to win Liberia come October 10th.
Sounds good. Let's talk a bit about some trending issues now. The voter roll exhibition is currently ongoing. Have you had issues in your district where people are having issues with going, not seeing their names? These are the times you should be advocating.
A lot of them.
And are you taking that over the elections?
Oh yeah, sure. Guess what? I'm an aspirant already, hoping to get on my party ticket after tomorrow. And so all the grievances that we received from the community, from the residents of District Number 6, we told them to channel it through the secretariat of the party. And they've done that. We made representation on their behalf. Just as late as yesterday, we have, Daniel, can you imagine some market woman from across the road, let's say register at SD Popo High School, and she didn't see her name on the voter register. Then you want a woman to go as far as Bensonville. So those are the issues we started raising with the party, and the party leadership is also taking it over now to see what can be done in that process. It's not just the CDC, but I mean,
and
every
it cuts across.
It cuts across. Every Liberian citizen should be afforded or should be given an opportunity to exercise all civil responsibility. All civil responsibility for Liberia come October 10. So doing that will be disenfranchising them. If you don't provide an opportunity where they can quickly go to settle whatever problem arising out of this voter update issue. To send somebody to Bensonville, do you know how much it costs?
Sure. Okay, let me just make something clear very quickly. This is All Things Considered on LMTV. My guest is Mr. Joseph Todd. He is a representative aspirant in District Number 6, Mosterrado County. And he's looking forward to the CDC primaries tomorrow. Tomorrow is the primaries for his district and other districts, the Mosterrado County per se. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'm not wishing him good luck. That will be supporting him, but I wish you well also. But moving forward, let's talk a bit about some national issues. People would like to hear your views on national issues, because you're not only going to represent District Number 6 if you were to. You're also going to represent, the people of Liberia. Let's talk a bit about this PSDI. That's the Public Sector Development Initiative. The president last week Friday, brought this initiative, and so we'll be looking at it. But I'm going to have to run for this short break very quickly now. I have to run for this very short technical break. I'll be right back. Stick and stay with us. Shortly I'll be announcing the numbers, but let me run for this break, and we'll be right back.
Are common challenges faced by global business. Join us as we travel in Brazil to see how agriculture and mining are investing in stewardship and skills development to support good environmental and social practices and grow local communities. Don't miss Time for Global Action, celebrating inclusive partnerships across the globe.
Yeah, alright. Tomorrow, hey, the sun is gonna shine, yeah. Listen now. Everything's gonna be alright now, yeah. Everything's gonna be alright, yeah, right now, yeah. Right. Everything's gonna be okay, alright. Keep your heads up to the sky, yeah. Hey, since your night since so long,
When there are issues to talk about, we talk about them. When there are matters to debate, we create the platform. When there are tough national decisions to make, we bring the stakeholders. All Things Considered, a television talk show designed to bring all that matters right to your television set. Never miss the conversation. This and every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:50 p.m. on the nation's pride, the Liberia National Television (LNTV), with your host Daniel Ankrah. All Things Considered, creating the platform for an inclusive dialogue. Okay, thank you for rejoining us. Thanks very much for rejoining us. We had to run for that very short break, but we're back right here now. Last week, the president, last week Friday, in what may call probably the shortest, State of the Nation address any president for that matter has to make. That was basically under 2 minutes. I think even the national anthem was longer than that address. But the president talked about this audit report that we all are talking about now. And what do you make of the president's stance on, putting a foot down and saying monies were meant for Liberian businesses, loans were meant for people took these loans, there were conflict of interest, and these people must be made to pay. What do you make of that decision, even though you're a member of the opposition?
I think it's a good decision for Liberia. It's a good decision in the sense that this country, earlier when we were talking, we made mention of our budget being a very small size budget, very small envelope. And you can have that kind of tight budget and try to allocate resources to specific needs of the society, especially where it has to do with helping Liberian businesses grow, where people go and tamper with that kind of money. In fact, let me just correct you. The report itself is a draft report.
Sure, it's a draft report.
All right? But on the overall, I think she took a quick decision. I think it was somehow timely. The problem I have with the decision is that she should have waited
for the
completed report before issuing the statement.
But that was to give Dr. James calling, his own side, because the editors have not been able to speak to him, had not spoken to him over the time, so he had to be recalled. And the president thought it was wise to do that in the State of the Nation address.
I mean, why elevate it to that level? The auditors were on an obligation. They were on an obligation to contact Dr. Cody while he was in country. They should have contacted him while he was in country. Or even allow him to come. But guess what? My focus is now on how he come in or when he should respond. My focus is on the report itself. The report should have been allowed, the auditors should have been allowed to do their work. And after the final report, guess what? All the publicity that have been generated already on our report. Most of the names you're hearing about, some of the names may equally just be, trash under the final report. Because
some of them may be into it.
Some may be me. That is a fact. But guess what? You listen to that according to his own response. He said he received information on that report after 2 days. After the report released 2 days. As a former auditor, I think what he says is true and there are procedural errors. But that does not go to say that we shouldn't fight corruption in this country. In fact, some portion of the report I talk about, friends lending to friends, or people in the very ministry taking loan and what have you, those who amount to conflict of interest at the final stage of the report. That is obvious. But to allow what the president office should have done was to give the auditors the opportunity to complete the report. I don't even know how the draft report in fact got on the president's desk.
Of course,
in the first place.
She requested that. That means the president had interest because these monies were monies for Liberian owned businesses, not to be given as a result of I'm close to you, so I'll give you business. No.
That are the tests. It shouldn't be done that way. No Liberian official should be doing it. Given the kind of economy we find ourselves in, that is totally wrong. I won't sit there and defend the kind of attitude. No, that is completely out of order. That money allocated through that PSDR project was intended to elevate, to help the Liberian economy, to help Liberian businesses grow. All right? So they should have allowed that money to be used for the intended purpose. Misdirecting that money to friends' account, that was not the intent.
Interesting, very interesting. Let's talk a bit about the code of conduct. Let me hear what you think about it.
So very good.
And now the legislature, yesterday, the House concurred with the Senate on this amendment that is now saying that the Elections Commission has full jurisdiction over all election-related matters, including Section 5.1 and 2.
I've always said that before coming in the studio today. I've always said that. The Code of Conduct itself, Daniel, is a very good document for this country. Let's accept it like that. It's a very good document for this country. Mind you,
Because you're not affected?
not only that, Daniel, that document, if we fully implement that document, it will help to strengthen our governance system. Yeah, most of the activities that take place in the public sector will be minimized. That report, that document is a document that is intended to help Liberians. And I want to encourage all Liberians to see that document as their own. I got friends that are being affected by this code of conduct. Very good friend of mine. A lot of them, some in the district and some outside the district. But guess what, brother? Liberia have to move on. And mind you, after this election, there will be other elections still. But we need to start from somewhere. So I will encourage Liberians out there to appreciate that document. Let's try to enforce it. Guess what, Daniel? It is always said in Liberia that we are good at crafting policies and what have you.
Not implementing.
But when it comes to implementation, we far lagging behind. I pray that should not be the case with the code of conduct.
All right. Let's come to some very pertinent issues. Issues that put us on, whether people might even want to vote for you in District Number 6, Mosterrado County. What would be your position on dual citizenship if it was brought before you at the level of the House of Representatives? Dual citizenship.
That in the first place, come October 10. This is not campaign time, but come October 10, when the election results are being announced, watch and see. You'll be one of the guys that will be calling me and be telling me congratulations on District Number 6. Coming to the issue.
Yeah.
Dual citizenship is being practiced in Africa, in other parts of the world. Just go to Ghana. It's being practiced in Ghana. It's being practiced in 2070. What wrong with Liberia? But we should not leave it open. I accept dual citizenship, but under certain conditions.
What are those conditions?
Condition number 1. If you're a Liberian citizen, you left Liberia and went to country X and decided that you want to take up that country citizenship because of some situation that you find yourself in at the time.
Okay.
That you think will help to make your life better. When you come back to Liberia, we should accept you as a citizen of Liberia. But mind you should not have the right to do certain things.
Like running for president?
Like running for president, thank you. And in some instances, you should be able to renounce your citizenship before you take up certain job. Like to be a senator, to be a representative.
You can be a dual citizen to do that.
No. You should renounce your citizenship in this country before. Because guess what? The issue of dual loyalty will come into play. Whenever you are faced with a grave situation, which one of the countries your loyalty will be to? Equally, it wouldn't be a good thing, Daniel, for your sister to go and pick up citizenship in another country and come back to Liberia, and then somebody says, your sister is not a citizen. Sorry for...
No problem.
No problem. But that's the reality, and that's what's happening right now. And more besides, Liberians in America, in Europe, and other parts of the developed world, when they come back with their citizenship, they do a whole lot for this country. They bring a whole lot to this country in the sense that they come back with added knowledge that they didn't have here. They come back with experience that they never had. And some of them, as we speak, they are remitting money to their families and other relatives back home to build houses, to undertake projects, to boost this economy. When you go for money now from Western Union, Daniel, you know you're not going to get your money 100% US dollars, right?
Sure.
So that itself is a plus for the economy. So why would you want to accept it? Why wouldn't you want to accept the guy that is up there contributing to the economy?
So that's one. Two, there's been this discussion about this whole Christian nation thing. Let's make Liberia a Christian nation. You know. The Constitution says Liberia is a secular state. Is there a need really to change it to a referendum?
Daniel, I'm a Christian, right? But I think we should let it be as it is. I don't see what difference would that make if Liberia should be changed to a Christian state. What other value are you looking at? Is it from God or some economic benefit that you will get? And look, as a Christian, the Bible says we should love one another, right? It's my attitude towards you as a brother or sister that should be considered. Liberia has been a secular state since the frame of our Constitution in that way. And what effect, what negative effect has it been having on Liberia? Has it been having on Liberia? Except you tell me one time, but other than that, I think we
remain as is.
Yeah.
Well, the final one is, since we want to be a secular state, would it be a good thing to endorse same-sex marriage?
No, Daniel. No. I mean, we shouldn't be that fast. No, I think given our own cultural setting, our way of life, our orientation as a people, that is completely far from us.
And you will not support anything that will come before you in the legislature talking about legitimizing same-sex marriage?
I wouldn't do that. Because, Daniel, in the first place, I don't even get it. So I won't do it. I won't.
All right, this is Mr. Joseph Todd. He's a representative aspiring on the ticket of the Coalition for Democratic Change. No, not on the ticket of the coalition. Tomorrow is primaries. He's hoping. Yeah, he may or may not be. He said he will remain in the party if he doesn't win in primaries.
And I will.
Not true?
I will be.
Okay. You should stay there, because if you stay there, I'll play the recording over and over.
Do that, Daniel.
All right.
If I do win tomorrow, call me and congratulate you.
Sure, I will. Sure, most definitely.
Thank you.
07703822262. That is the number you can send your calls, text messages, and also do WhatsApp messages as well. So you can send in your WhatsApp messages on the numbers 07703822262. The other number is 0886948471. 0886948471. Those are the both numbers you can send in your calls and your text messages, and we'll definitely read them out for you and take your calls and take your WhatsApp messages. Any of the numbers you can send your WhatsApp messages to, and we'll definitely read them out for you, or take your calls on 07703822262 or 0886948471. Now, quickly, just before we run to the lines, the CDC, which party do you see right now that if you were to, say this party is my foremost opposition, which party would it be?
All
the parties?
All.
Are all the parties that formidable?
So we're going to a contestation.
Sure.
And we are not in the business. I don't think we should
underestimate.
In the business we're trying to underestimate any political party. But I can tell you at the end of the day, the CDC will triumph over all the other political parties.
Including the Unity Party?
Precisely. We've done that before. We've done it in so many instances.
But you're not being able to sit at the helm. Winning one county like Mosterrado, if I see the numbers have dropped in Mosterrado for that matter. 2005 was high, 2011 it dropped. 2014, it was singular as in Ambassador Weah. But as a party, as an institution in the country, it has reduced. What does that say to you?
Daniel, the coalition Democratic choose is the biggest political bloc, a coalition of political parties that have ever been organized in Liberia in recent time, going to this election. And I can tell you, Daniel, do not underestimate the strength of the CDC. All right? And Daniel, we'll do surprises in this country. We are on record for always dominating Mosterrado County.
But Mosterrado is not Liberia.
I just told you that.
Mosterrado is where everybody comes to share the pie.
Daniel, don't be so fast in concluding.
Sure, Mosterrado.
Don't be so fast in
People don't
concluding.
just go to Basel and take votes from Councillor Bronsky. People don't just go to Nima and take votes from Senator Johnson, nor the Vice President from Lofa.
Vice President from where?
Lofa. You don't just go Lofa and you win an election, then you take all the votes from the Vice President.
I wish you to have your electoral statistic before you.
I'm saying it to say that Ambassador, we are stronghold in Mosterrado County. Mosterrado County is a divided county.
Do you know that when winning Grand Jury? Do you know that in 2005 we won Nima in the first round?
Sure.
Do you know that? So why you want to restrict out the
In the second round, you didn't win
Do you
Nima.
know that? Do you know that we won Bunkanda before? We did. And Daniel, this time around, look, the Liberian people are clear about this election. Forget about all the cars you see. Forget about the promos on the radio. Forget about all setup and fake endorsement and what have you. Daniel?
It doesn't fit.
Oh man, Daniel, you know, you've been hearing
I know.
it. You've been hearing it.
But hearing it means it's real to me.
Daniel, you are in the media, you know, you are informed. Don't sit on the radio and pretend that you don't know what you're saying.
But what makes them fake? I can say they're fake because I see, for me, from their angle, they look sincere. Except you tell me they're not sincere to the one they're endorsing.
Daniel,
yeah,
you're in 2011. You saw LPT?
True.
LTTP, right? Liberal Transformation Party, LTP.
Yeah.
You saw the activities? You saw how festive they were? But guess what? You saw the result of the election. Daniel, the Liberian people are not moved by those things. They know the direction they want the country to take.
Okay, I got a couple of text messages before I start to take the course. I'm trying to get the other message real long. MLP Chia sends this message on WhatsApp, and he's saying here, Mr. Joseph P. Todd finished third in behind Representative Snow and George Weah CDC in 2011 representative election in District Number 6 after the CDC primary result was later sidetracked due to some blah blah blah. The man who is making significant progress in the district, the maintenance of community rules. Oh man, they tell me it's too long, man. Yeah, but this is, he currently resides with 2 acres of land, and the MHA try to reduce the message too long, and we can't go through the entire. There's more than 10 people. Good evening, Daniel, and your studio guest. Mr. Todd is the next representative of District 6. He's going to win the primaries of CDC. This is Joseph Doe texting from District Number 6. All right, let me hear from the first caller now on the line here. Hello, good evening. What's your name? Which part of District Number 6? Go ahead.
I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Joseph Todd.
Okay.
And we all prayed in our prophet that the Lord becomes victorious of the primary. And subsequently we know because of the breaking of Mr. Paul in the spaces, connecting communities, groups, he has contributed to the human resource capacity of this country of this district, helped our market women having shelter, especially during this rainy season. I'd like to applaud him for all of this initiatives he has been undertaking. And quickly, Daniel, you said something about the CDC, going to the fact that the votes of the CDC have been reduced. Mind you, now 2011, the vote of the Liberal Party to also reduce in better because Mr. Reverend Bronsky, he won Malasari there with less than 10,000 votes. So then I take all of this into consideration. The CDC remains vibrant, and the CDC has rejuvenated its spirit.
Thank you. This person is texting here. Honorable Todd is the choice of district number 6 from Eddie Weir, who sends in that one. I'm sure he's from district number 6. Ankrah, please ask your studio guest this question. Are records to prove that he is not a corrupt person? I ask because he just said he will not honor gay and dual citizens bill when elected. If he is bribed when elected, will he not accept? I'm Reverend Willie from Habel. That is the brown envelope thing in the if you get to the legislature, some concession or maybe some big deal, oil or whatever.
Reverend Willie, this is Joseph Todd. I want you to do a background check on me. I'm a person who believes in what he says and what he do. I'm not moved by money. I'm moved by my conviction. I'm moved by what I see that is right, not what is being offered. And so I want you to check my record. I used to be an employee of the GAC before. And go there. My records are there. No,
okay.
We're not in the business of trying to compromise the future of this country because we want brown evidence. No. That won't be possible.
All right, let me go to this line here from the Lone Star line here from this person here. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Oh man, you're not ready yet. Let me hear from the next person, yeah? All right, let me take the next caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Sorry. Good evening. Okay, that person's off the line. Let me hear from this next person here. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What is your name? Where do you call from?
I'm Jeremiah and Sandyman, and I call from district number 6.
Go ahead, Jeremiah. Go ahead.
Okay, firstly, I want to comment Honorable Todd in studio. And then I want to comment you, Daniel Ankrah, as the studio guest. Quickly to the point.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me hear from the next person. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Daniel.
What is your name? Where do you call from?
My name is Adolphus Daniel, and I call from Ashmosh Community.
Adolfo, just speak a bit louder for us. Go ahead.
My brother, I would like to commend our incoming lawmaker, the student, because I'm a member of the Marriage Complex for Civil Marriage.
Oh, okay. See.
What I want to know is that, Daniel, let me tell you, if you put think that all the endorsements around here,
What do you mean by that?
don't reduce it as something to compete in a purple, you try to change the election results, it will not work. Because endorsement, you saw around here, you saw all type of people endorsing people association, Christian association, different association endorsing. At the end of the day, you saw the result. So that endorsement, endorsement.
Thank you, G.
Watching you people with ego are. I think.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Jay Morris, wait 1 minute, let me get to this WhatsApp message. Hi Daniel, let me congratulate your guest for his high level of explanation on the 2 points, same-sex marriage and this Liberian Christianization. My question to him is, what's basic of CDC platform for the upcoming, election? So he wants to know the platform. That's J.M. Sheriff of Barnersville. He wants to know CDC's platform. You come to respond to that. Hello, good evening. Oh, no. 086-948471 or 0770382262. Let me hear from this person here. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Okay, let me hear from this person. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening, what's your name?
My name is Daniel Ankrah.
Where do you call from?
I call from this district.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You gone low, we're not getting you.
Hello?
Yeah, better, go ahead.
Talk to me as you just said, but tomorrow will be better. I will vote for him. But we can promise him we'll only vote for him for representative or not for the team.
Oh, yeah.
But we are actually member, but we'll vote for him.
Okay, you will vote for him for CDC, but not for the presidency.
Yes, that's for the president.
That is there. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What is your name, sir? Where do you call from?
Thank you. I'm in Lincoln. I call from Catholic community.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'd like to thank the studio guest, and I have been listening to him. But he seemed a lot superficial. He has not gone into specifics regarding the district. And even
what
for the way
specifically you want you to address in the district? What specifically you want you to talk about?
Well, he didn't discuss in detail the problems you see in the district that he's going to be taking to the legislature.
Okay.
And then when he talked about the position of the representative, for me, I will encourage him to look a little more into what the responsibilities of a representative are, so that he will really be prepared when time comes and he's lucky to succeed. That he goes there with the knowledge and know exactly what to do.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me hear from this person. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Your name, sir?
This is Aloysius Kuya calling from Sport Congress Committee.
Go ahead.
I just want to congratulate Honorable Joseph Todd for his good work in my community,
All right.
the road project and the drilling project, and for the market women for the loan he gave to them. So I just want to say thank you to him.
Okay, thank you very much. Someone's asking an interesting question. Are you free from corruption in your own district? Where and who can we ask? Because I lived in district number 6 for years. I must admit, you are not known or your presence has not been felt. So in district 6, where are your records? Reverend Borgres A.B. Willie again from Habel. Let me. Why are you looking at? Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir? Where do you call from?
I'm Charles here and I call from Stockton-Thiensville to the studio guest. I'd like to know what is the known philosophy of CDC,
the philosophy of CDC.
Yeah, the time when we go vote, we vote for one person from this other party. I do that, and then we vote for a presidential candidate from another party, and then we vote for a senatorial candidate from another party. Yeah. The reason is that the political parties do not have known philosophy that I have seen, that I do know. Like America, when it is, and the Democrats, you know what it stands for. As a person, you have to be predictable to some extent. If you don't, if you are not predictable, then we say you do not have this stable, personality. I must be here to say, if you call Daniel Ankrah for this issue, this will be his position. I don't care how much you bribe him with how much money. This is what he's going to say. So then the political party are really getting us confused. Sometimes we want to make a decision to join a political party, but you don't know the ideal philosophy, So I have like for him to say that on the dual citizenship issue, I have always like to answer this question, and I quite agree with the lawmaker in studio. I always like to ask this question. Daniel Ankrah, if you had 2 children, right? Your first son was born by the mother.
Minister, because I don't have much time left for me, so just Minister, I beg you.
Okay, so if you had 2 children, and the first son is born by another man, and the second son is born in the marriage home, all 2 children are good, they are cool. Who are you going to give your inheritance to? I think you are going to give it, to your child born in the marriage home, because that child has a full loyalty to your family and not to the child born by another person.
Thank you,
Chief. You are not sure of the child's full loyalty.
Thank you, boss man. I have to hold you right there. Okay, you 1 minute to respond to all the concerns. Daniel, please let Honorable Todd know we are watching him keenly, despite his platform is yet to be made clear. Honorable Todd have empowered us in districts in Loon. All market women will vote for you. Veronica Bryant sensing that one. Let me run to the final one, and then we can now give you the opportunity to respond very quickly. The final one quickly. Let me get this one here. Mr. Todd is the People Center aspiring hopeful in district number 6. He's resolved to vote. Bravo, Mr. Todd. This is MLP Chie. I think for the point of same-sex marriage or practices in our district will not be given credence. This has caused other leaders in this district to be irrelevant. That's MHA. So respond. 2 minutes.
Thank you for adding my meaning.
2 minutes, yeah.
But Daniel, in the first place, I listened to one of the callers. He talked about the specific in district number 6, and we thought we try to address that. And
I remember you talk about roads, you talk about education, you talk about a couple of things.
Daniel, there are so many specific issues in district number 6 I've already made mention of. But guess what? He tried to see whether he tried to compare the specific I was talking about to that of the responsibility of a lawmaker. We have to think outside the box right now in this country.
Okay.
If a lawmaker would just go in there and decide to make law and provide oversight and do what you call representation and think that that is all, no. Our community is demanding more than that. And so you need to respond to the needs of the people. And so in our life, Mr. Todd has been in the business of trying to do just that. So I know, yes, the function of a lawmaker, again, I showed that that's what you wanted to know. It's lawmaking, oversight, and what? And representation. That will be done to the fullest. My heartbeat lies in the area of oversight. And let me just address it a little bit.
Just in 30 seconds.
Yeah, just a little bit. Daniel, most of the issues we have in the country is because our lawmakers in the past have underestimated our function.
Oversight.
Oversight.
Are you going to take it seriously?
Very seriously. Daniel, if I come from the background for audit, all right? Before, even the Internal Audit Secretariat or the National Audit Institution, the GSC Council, ministries and agencies honor my watch as a lawmaker. Man, you will have to perform in line with your budget.
So you aiming for chair on Ways, Means and Finance?
Not just finance. Not just finance.
But thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Mr. Todd. Sorry, we don't have much time left, but I'd like to say thanks to all of you.
I really wanted to adjust how
Yeah, sorry, but I really like to say thanks to most of you. We try our best to give you a lot of time to, ask your questions, and then you can be able to respond. But at this juncture, we don't have much time left. The news is up next at 8 o'clock. We have to leave you all. Sorry. But I'm Daniel Ankrah. This program is on every Monday and Wednesday evening, 7 to 7:50 p.m. You can't afford to miss it. It's interesting as always every evening. And so thanks to Mr. Todd for coming. Do join me next week, another time. Until then, I'm Daniel. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
When there are issues to talk about, we talk about them. When there are matters to debate, we create the platform. When there are tough national decisions to make, we bring the stakeholders. All Things Considered, a television talk show designed to bring all that matters right to your television set. Never miss the conversation. This and every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:50 p.m. on the nation's pride, the Liberia National Television, LNTV, with your host, Daniel Ankrah. All Things Considered, creating the platform for an inclusive dialogue. When there are issues to talk about, we talk about them. When there are matters to debate, we create the platform. When there are tough national decisions to make, we bring the stakeholders. All Things Considered, a television talk show designed to bring all that matters right to your television set. Never miss the conversation. This and every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:50 p.m. on the nation's pride, the Liberia National Television, LNTV, with your host, Daniel Ankrah. All Things Considered, creating the platform for an inclusive dialogue. Here is good news to all farmers. The Community of Hope Agriculture Project, CHAP, with support from the people of Japan, the Liberian government through the International Fund for Agricultural Development and the Ministry of Agriculture, has introduced the BCS 732GX11 grass cutter and rotary tiller. In support of the scaling up of the system of rice intensification, or SRI for short, the BCS 732GX11 grass cutter and rotary tiller provide farmers with less time and efforts for maximum productivity. We also have our garden weeder that helps simplify your weeding process. It is time to be a part of CHAP's economic recovery of Liberian rice farmers program, as we are currently working with over 1,800 rice farmers, 6 rice processors in the 5 affected Ebola counties of Bomi, Kitma, Bassa, Lofa, and Mosterrado. Contact us at the Community of Hope Agriculture Project Office in Zubatown, Painesville, or any of our agents in Bomi, Kitma, Bassa, Lufa, or Mosterrado, or call